Welcome to episode 67. Chang Yun Chung, from freedom fighter in World War II to the oldest self-made billionaire in the world. This is an outline of episode 67. There are 4 reasons why we study Chang Yun Chung. First, at age 98, he's the oldest living self-made billionaire in the world. Second, he started his business at age 49 in 1967. Third, at age 26, he was a freedom fighter and spent a year in prison. Fourth, he's a refugee turned billionaire.
I'm lucky. I'm not the number one businessman or I'm number one rich man or very clever man. My only things I hardworking. I'm very honest to everyone. Whatever I promise, I always fulfill my promise. That is my principle.
How old is 98 for a self-made billionaire? Well, I have a database of more than 3,000 of them. Let's take a look at the youngest self-made billionaire, John Collison, founder of Stripe, at age 26.
Not at risk of running out of work in our long-term trends, basically, in that we spent the past 5 years expanding Stripe internationally and connecting more places. There's a bunch more work to be done there. There are many more countries to light up, and a bunch of them we're doing now are pretty hard. We're beta testing Stripe in Brazil and Mexico, and I mean that's this.
The difference is 82 years. You can do the math. 98 minus 26 equal to 82. Even more interesting, what was Chang doing at the age of 26? Well, he was in prison in Malaya, captured and tortured by the Japanese secret police because he was caught supplying food and medicine to the resistance fighters. His father was killed by Japanese soldiers. He survived the Kempeitai or Japanese secret police because of 2 reasons. He was an athlete and a sprinter in high school. He could endure while others perished. Second, his mother gave the Japanese soldiers all her jewelry, including a car, so they would not kill him. He was born in Xiamen, Kinmen in 1918 to a family of wealthy traders. He never finished high school. His study was interrupted by Japanese occupation in 1937. He left Xiamen to Malacca, Malaysia as a refugee.
December 7th, 1941, 2 hours before the attack on Pearl Harbor, the war in the Pacific begins. A prime objective is Malaya because of its rich natural resources of rubber. But in the fall of 1941, the Japanese Imperial Army set its expansionist gaze on the impregnable British colony of Singapore. It was a key component in Japan's quest for control of the Pacific.
In 1945, at age 27, he was released from prison after the Japanese surrender. He would come to Singapore to start a new life.
I 原籍是金门岛，福建的金门岛，开始因为做生意没有什么经验了。那个时候，刚刚有一个朋友介绍我，说这个太平洋兄弟公司要请一位经理。我在哪里就做了18年，18年呢，我要想自己出来发展。
After working 18 years in 1967, at the age of 49, he struck out on his own. He founded Pacific International Lines, PIL, with money from 10 investors, 2 of whom were his brothers. Like all budding businessmen, he started small. He bought 2 used Dutch ships. Here's a picture of one of the 2 Dutch ships. Transition 1, 1980s, transition to container ships. Here's the picture of his first container ship. In 1989, he started building container ships in Shanghai. In 1993, He started IPO in Hong Kong. His company, SecretsSelfMadeBillionaires, became the world's second largest container manufacturer. Now his company owns 150 ships. This is his headquarters, PIL, in Singapore. Transition 2, passing the reign to his son, SS Teo.
So a lot of old wagon cannot be used. So we are building containers for refrigerated container to carry foodstuff. We're building containers to carry liquid cargo.
Right.
So we expect a lot of demand for domestic use container for the railway. Not only normal container, but specialized container.
Specialized containers
Yes.
as well. What about cost for you? I know you basically get a lot of your profits in dollars, so you have a currency being impacted as well. The dollar weakness actually affecting you. Have you, hedged possibly for these currency moves?
One is our pricing is a cost plus basis.
Yeah.
So we factor in the RMB appreciation. And we did a bond issue in Hong Kong in April this year, where we raised 13.6 billion renminbi of bond.
Yeah.
So that is being used for our working capital in China.
Okay, so that's to help, I guess,
Yeah,
offset
in a
the
way,
weaker
yes,
dollar.
yes.
What about costs? I have to ask you about costs, obviously, because wage inflation
our
in China.
major cost actually is steel.
Steel.
Yes, steel. We use a type of steel called Corten steel,
Yeah.
which is specialized steel, and that is quite stable. It has been going up from last year all the way to May this year, but so far it's stable. Our labor cost is about 4% of the total, so we already factor in the increase. Yes.
Yeah, okay, so
yes.
it's more, I guess,
These are the 9 lessons from Chang Yun Chung. Lesson number 1, survive first. His father was killed by Japanese soldiers in 1941. He survived because his mother gave the Japanese her jewelry and a car. Lesson number 2, never too late to start. He started his business when he was 49. Lesson number 3, start small. He started with 2 second-hand ships in 1967. Now he owns 150 container ships. Lesson number 4, seize the opportunity when China opened
我
up.
们就让我组织这个太平船务公司。那个时候，中国的风气真是好的不得了。外交部邀请我们去中国看，未来是很有前途的。但那个时候，中国没有船，他有货，所以我们在中国就成立了很多分公司。新加坡的优势，第一我看就是同文同种。
Lesson number 5, adapt to container ship. First, in 1989, he began construction of container ship in Shanghai. Second, in 1993, he led IPO in Hong Kong to get more financing for the transition. Lesson number 6, be very honest. Always keep your words. Lesson number 7, family is strength. In 1967, he started business with 2 brothers and 10 shareholders. Now his son SS Teo is running Pacific International Lines. Lesson number 8, outlive everyone. He became billionaire at the age of 97. Lesson number 9, respect your roots. He named his ships Kota. Kota means city in Malay. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your comments and questions below. Wishing everyone longevity, peace, and prosperity.